Welcome to this webinar on professional development and out-of-school time. My name is Brian Fuss and I am a research associate at the National Institute on Out-of-School Time at the Wellesley Centers for Women. This webinar uses articles from Afterschool Matters, a national peer-reviewed journal dedicated to promoting professionalism, scholarship, and consciousness in the out-of-school time or OST field. The National Institute on Out-of-School Time publishes this journal with the support from the Robert Bowney Foundation. Afterschool Matters serves those involved in developing and implementing programs for youth during the OST hours and those engaged in research and youth development activities. Delivering high-quality OST programs requires a skilled and knowledgeable workforce, and professional development provides the knowledge, tools, training, and support that OST professionals need to deliver high-quality programs. Let's talk about what professional development is and how we define it in the OST field. In the article titled Defining Our Terms, Peters lists several interpretations of professional development currently in use. These include a full range of activities that have the common goal of increasing the knowledge and skill of staff members and volunteers, any learning opportunity that provides skills and knowledge for both professional development and career advancement, tools and activities that improve professional performance and efficiency of a project, program, organization, or institution. A variety of trainings and support available to youth workers that include higher education, pre-post service training, mentoring, supervision, national and local conferences, newsletters, online discussions, online webinars, and other informal resources. And finally, a wide range of conferences and lectures to inform learning opportunities in the workplace. In the article, Using Professional Development to Enhance Staff Retention, Hunan and Cho suggest that upper-level staff and/or management consider trainings, staff meetings, regular feedback, and shadowing and mentoring opportunities as part of their staff's professional development. Program directors might suggest that professional development is not only specific trainings, but also includes supervision, feedback to staff, observations, and evaluation. Interestingly, staff may reserve the term professional development for more formal lectures, in-house trainings, workshops, and conferences that are specific to program goals. Surprisingly, many staff generally do not feel that supervision and feedback are part of their professional development. It's important to consider all the different ways professionals in our field at every level think about professional development. Professional development can be offered in many formal formats, including workshops, conferences, technical assistance, apprenticeships, peer mentoring, professional memberships, college coursework, and content-specific trainings. Also, professional development can be offered by more informal means, such as newsletters, online discussions, brown bag lunches, and peer mentoring. Let's look at what several authors suggest are important about having a professional workforce focused on professional development or staff development from the Afterschool Matters journal. Professional development increases staff and youth engagement. Cooper, in the article Teaching the What as well as the How, suggests that when staff lead content-specific programming of their choosing with some degree of autonomy over the activity, it challenges and engages staff, increases job satisfaction and retention while improving student outcomes. Also, professional development ensures that staff are competent in core areas. Palmer, Anderson, and Sabatelli cite studies that support the importance of intentional programming, defined as having clear program goals and strong preparation of staff to execute the goals of the program, and the article, How the After-School Field is Defining Program Quality. Staff development provides positive working conditions for staff. Hunan and Cho talk about the importance of professional development for retaining staff because it not only provides an opportunity for growth, but increases youth worker satisfaction. Also, the authors suggest that professional development increases staff efficiency and feeling competent, which bolsters motivation and a sense of belonging to the program. Additionally, professional development supports staff in creating activities that correspond to the developmental needs of the participants. Cooper concludes that when staff are given content-specific professional development, it gives them the ability to create an experience-rich environment that pushes youth to achieve and generates enthusiasm and longevity among staff. Staff development is linked to high-quality programming. Palmer, Anderson, and Sabatelli cite several studies that support the idea that the greater number of supportive environments available to youth and the greater consistency across settings in reinforcing positive attitudes and behavior, the greater the likelihood that youth will show gains in academic achievement, social skills, and emotional development. Furthermore, staff development increases staff retention and quality. Hunang and Cho report the key reasons staff give for staying in the OST field, and that is the opportunity to provide youth with academic, social, and emotional support. Additionally, Hunan and Cho make reference to how professional development helps staff develop a sense of competency and a feeling of belonging. Finally, professional development increases program quality for better youth outcomes. Palmer, Anderson, and Sabatelli indicate that the need for a well-prepared staff has consistently been linked to the quality of youth-staff relationships, both in outcomes and youth engagement. In addition to supervision, structure, and targeting program goals, OST programs' success is linked to the quality of the staff training. Just to recap, we have discussed the universal definition of professional development, how professional development is staff development, and why professional development is good for youth, communities, programs, and staff. Now, let's look at several approaches to developing professionalism in the OST field. Emerging research suggests that by providing professional development opportunities to staff increases worker satisfaction and youth engagement. Bradshaw provides a framework called T.E.A.R.S, which translates to time, expertise, access, resources, and support from the article Planning Considerations for After-School Professional Development. This T.E.A.R.S framework can help OST program staff plan effective professional development activities and should be considered by directors and managers when planning programmatic goals. As you might know, delivering an engaging staff training is not without some challenges. In the article, Check It Off, a youth development approach to staff training, Mates and Rice developed a checklist of successful practices based on assets and strengths that provide tools, support, and opportunities for participants to identify what works best for their programs and provide better programming at their own site. The checklist includes developing caring and trusting relationships with staff, offering engaging activities, providing opportunities for staff contribution, setting high expectations and offering continuity by sharing contact lists, providing handouts, and follow-up emails. In their article, the authors include games, role play, and opportunities that not only keep staff engaged, but provide a forum for where individual talents or ideas from the field can be shared. The idea is to structure the training to the needs of the staff in the room and to increase peer-to-peer support. With the availability of technology today, some programs are starting to look at web-based training to deliver professional development. In a pilot program, Bell, a national provider of OST and summer programming, used a blended learning approach that mixes electronic professional development activities with traditional classroom training. Also, the authors of Using e-Learning to Train Youth Workers discuss the pros and cons of exploring this potential avenue to deliver professional development. In the article Building an After-School Workforce, Cole describes how stakeholders, agency officials, and advocates at the national level are looking for ways to identify competencies and create a system that would broadly support the professional growth of OST staff. Finally, in the article Body and Soul, Hall and Gannett reflect on two professional development credential pilot programs and suggest that credentialed OST staff may deliver higher quality program experiences than non-credentialed peers. The National Afterschool Association embraced core competencies and quality standards, building a professional development system. Together, these standards and proficiencies provide benchmarks to developing high-quality programming. Thousands of professionals in the out-of-school time field are using these two markers. As the field continues to evolve, it is important that OST professionals continue to include competencies and standards in the advancement of professional development to continue to improve the quality of programs for youth. As core competencies and quality standards are implemented, there are other components of professional development that can strengthen the field, such as increased compensation, career pathways, and training registries. In summary, professional development is important for all staff. It encompasses both traditional means, such as trainings, and informal means, such as webinars. Therefore, when planning, developing, and implementing programs and goals, use a variety of tools and resources to enhance staff's ability and knowledge. Finally, adapt the core competencies and quality standards embraced by the National Afterschool Association. For more information on the National Institute on Out-of-School Time, or to read more about professional development in our Afterschool Matters journal, or just to keep up on the latest OST news, please visit our website at www.niost.org. Remember to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Thank you for listening to this webinar, which is part of our ongoing Afterschool Matters webinar series, where we highlight what practitioners and researchers say works best in the out-of-school time field.